Throughout the world, and here in Illinois, there is an organization dedicated to teaching the young, comforting the sick, supporting the strong, and aiding the troubled. Lubavitch Chabad. Today, Lubavitch Chabad is the world's largest Jewish outreach organization, maintaining centers in almost every country on the globe. This vast network of educational and social programs has made Lubavitch the most dynamic force in Judaism today.
I've met then Chabad Shlichim all over the world, really. From London, Morocco, and the United States. And if I am so vulnerable, meaning if I like to help, it's because I admire very much what these young Shlichim are doing.
In Israel, Lubavitch is known as the helping hand of the Israeli Defense Forces. With regular visits to the men in the field, our volunteers raise the spirits and morale of the Israeli soldiers. We sponsor collective bar mitzvahs for war orphans. The civilian population is served by 150 Chabad houses, a nationwide school system, and social service programs offered throughout the country. The founding lamplighter was Rabbi Schneur Zalman, who lived in the 18th century and founded the branch of Hasidic Judaism known as Chabad, an acronym for the three Hebrew words wisdom, understanding, and knowledge. The movement is also known as Lubavitch, from the Russian village which was its center. The movement flourished throughout Eastern Europe until the Nazi onslaught and the devastation of European Jewish life. The sixth Lubavitcher Rebbe arrived from war-torn Warsaw to the United States in 1940 with the declared mission of making America a Torah center, which would take the place of the ruined Jewish community of Europe. Leading and guiding this global movement since 1950 is the present Lubavitcher Rebbe, Rabbi Menachem Mendel Schneerson Shlita, the most phenomenal Jewish personality of our time.
We will bring sooner the Simcha to Egypt with joy and enthusiasm.
Good afternoon, Lubavitch Chabad.
The regional headquarters of Lubavitch Chabad of Illinois is the nerve center for the Chabad houses throughout the state. From here, Regional Director Rabbi Daniel Moskowitz oversees the development and operation of the many programs and projects.
Our primary focus is the education of all Jewish people.
To remind us that the Jews, that they didn't have time for the bread to rise when they got out of Egypt.
I mean, talking from an educational perspective, this is the best education kids could get.
In the book on my right, we keep the Kemach. Do you know what Kemach means? No. Kemach is the Hebrew word.
We provided a model matzah bakery, and each child gets to make their own matzah cracker, and they get the feeling of what it was to leave Egypt in a rush and to make the unleavened bread. And the same thing is true with Rosh Hashanah. What we've done here is we've given the children a live demonstration how a raw horn turns into a shofar, and we've also given them the opportunity to participate in the process, so they get to each child can get their own shofar, and they can polish it with oil and take it home and blow it, be it a miniature shofar, but they get the feeling of what a shofar is, and it changes the entire perception of the holiday. And I believe that this hands-on experiences will remain with them for a very long time.
The good old-fashioned cheder has been updated and modernized in the Cheder Lubavitch Hebrew Day School, headed by Rabbi Yitzchak Wolf.
Our school, the Cheder Lubavitch Hebrew Day School, has a current enrollment of over 250 children coming from all walks of life. Our school is unique in that the children are fluent in the traditional Hebrew, Yiddish, as well as English.
The children receive a solid Jewish education. Our competent, experienced teachers teach the children subjects which range from Torah studies to mathematics and computer literacy in both Hebrew as well as English. Lubavitch Chabad also operates the many Gan Israel camping programs, serving hundreds of Jewish children with summer, winter, and overnight camps.
We don't teach them, Judaism through a book. We teach them through experience and through songs and through arts and crafts. And the basic goal of the whole summer is to give the children such a spirit for their religion and such a spirit for life.
At Camp Gan Israel, we see to it that every child has an enjoyable and memorable time, and scholarships are provided for those in need. For the children of unaffiliated families, Chabad Community Hebrew School may be the only opportunity they'll ever have to learn about their Jewish identity. Here they learn Hebrew, about our festivals, history, and the precepts and values of Judaism.
Education is not for children alone. We also organize small, informal group encounters where people can get together in a relaxed social atmosphere and learn about their heritage and their customs.
Machon Chaya Mushka, the Women's Institute for the Study of Judaism, is perhaps the only institution in the state of Illinois dedicated exclusively to providing educational opportunities for all Jewish women, regardless of background. Seminars, workshops, and classes are offered in Hebrew, Jewish history, practical Jewish law and philosophy on all levels.
The temple was destroyed on Tisha B'Av, the 9th of Av. That's why we had that 24-hour fast day a couple weeks ago, the 9 days of sorrow and mourning.
And of course, Lubavitch Chabad's dedication to education for Jewish people does not end there. Chabad is the organization which developed the Kolel Zakenim network, which brings Jewish study and activity to many senior citizens throughout the Chicago area, filling a void in the lives of many of our elderly. Dedicated rabbis and volunteers bring the love and word of Judaism to these people, keeping them in touch with the community whose history they helped to shape.
And now, WEEF is proud to present Lichvot Shabbat, a weekly program of Jewish information and entertainment, brought to you by Lubavitch Chabad of Illinois. Your host for this program, Rabbi Daniel Moskowitz.
Good morning and welcome to our program. Let me remind you that candlelighting time tonight is at 7:35.
Each week, Rabbi Daniel Moskowitz takes over the microphone at WEEF, and his voice enters the Jewish homes in the greater Chicago area, providing the news, information, and of course, entertainment that helps keep our community unified and informed. Also, our staff and volunteers visit hundreds of individual homes each year to assist in creating a Jewish home environment, whether through the affixing of a mezuzah or transforming an entire kitchen to kosher. Informing our youth on the dangers of drugs is the Illinois chapter of Chabad's nationwide drug prevention program, Project Pride. The Pride Information Center provides an exceptional collection of literature on drug abuse and its effects, stressing positive alternatives to drug abuse based upon the Chabad philosophy of bringing out the personal strength and natural good in everybody.
The hallmark of Lubavitch philosophy is that we do care about each and every Jew, regardless of their background, regardless of affiliation. We really are a movement that has a passion to help all people, and we forget no Jew.
The Jewish Prisoners Assistance Foundation and its driving force, Rabbi Binyamin Shimon, brings Judaism to Jewish prisoners in correctional institutions throughout the state, protects their rights as Jews, provides them with a vital connection to Judaism and the outside world, and helps them to make the transition back into society when it comes time for their release. And of course, Chabad remembers the ill and bedridden. The Tasner Hospital Visitation Program sees that the hospitalized are visited by rabbis and volunteers who bring packages with Shabbos dinners, prayers, and the comfort of knowing someone is there for them in a time of need. Chabad houses have always been a home away from home, providing thousands with friendship and Jewish pride. The Tannenbaum Chabad House, directed by Rabbi Dov Hillel Klein, is located near the heart of the Northwestern University campus and is constantly bustling with students. Featuring a lounge, synagogue, library, and other facilities, it is a haven to all Jewish students.
Based really off Peanuts, off Lucy, which is what I call the Ask the Rabbi booth. Advice 5 cents, and you better believe it that I do charge, because I think it gives a little bit of a comical way to enable people to approach me and say, hey, I have this question on my mind, I have this problem, whether it be something serious or maybe something even, a little bit more on the light side of things.
Why are there so many Jewish comedians? There's so many Jewish...
Well, the reason that there's so many Jewish comedians is because Jews are witty, and we're bright, and we're intelligent.
Not limited to the college campus, Chabad houses are lively centers of activity for all segments of their community. Communities now served by Chabad houses include Evanston, Highland Park, Skokie, Des Plaines, and the Chicago Loop.
Those letters, Shin, Ein, Tes, Nun, Zayin, Gimel, and Tzadik, don't have it, immediately you know this is not a mezuzah you want on your door. If you had it on your door already, and that was the only problem, we could still put it in, because it doesn't alter the shape of the lid.
Because of its being stationed here in the center, so people that come to work here from different areas, suburbs, all over, we have people that come to work from Milwaukee, and they find the place where they can attend to the religious services or to kosher lunches or to the lectures preparing for the holidays and so forth. They would come to Chabad House.
I like to take time off during the middle of the day simply because it's a chance for a few moments to get away from the hecticness of trading and from the pressures of making money, and to remember that there's a place that you can go and you can relax and you can learn something about Yiddishkeit.
Despite the scope of Lubavitch Chabad activities, there is still much to be done. Our gains are neither money nor property, but the satisfaction of leading Jews, especially Jewish youth, back to their heritage. The Rebbe has often proclaimed that we dare not rest until every Jewish child receives a Jewish education. To fulfill this and many other needs means more schools, more Chabad houses, more programs of every kind. It means more money. And now Chabad needs your help as never before.